You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 6th of May. India calls Canada arrest over Khalistani terrorist killing political compulsion. Major search operation underway in India's Poonch following attack on IAF convoy. And unrest in POK over deployment of forces ahead of May 11 protests. And now for all the details. Reacting to the arrest of 3 Indian citizens by Canadian police in the involvement of the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, India has said it is Canada's political compulsion to blame New Delhi. India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar said Canada does not share any evidence with India in certain cases and police agencies also act the same way. Jaishankar further said New Delhi has sought to persuade Ottawa not to grant visas to Sikh separatists or political legitimacy since they are causing problems for Canada, India and also for the relationship between the two countries. Meanwhile, PM Justin Trudeau directly said nothing about the arrest but called the Canadian justice system as strong and independent, adding that Canada has a fundamental commitment to protecting its citizens. Nijjar's killing sent diplomatic relations between Ottawa and New Delhi into a tailspin last year after Trudeau said there were credible allegations linking Indian intelligence to the crime. India called the allegations absurd, temporarily halting the processing of visas and forcing Canada to reduce its diplomatic presence in the country significantly. Security forces released sketches of terrorists and announced reward for information as a major search operation in the Shah Sitar area of Surankot in Poonch district of India's Jammu and Kashmir entered the second day on Monday following the attack on Indian Air Force convoy on Saturday. In heightened security measures, armed bulletproof vehicles patrolled the area while a dog squad was also deployed. The security forces have detained 6 locals for questioning. An aerial surveillance has also been launched in the hills of Shah Sitar and adjoining areas to track down the movement of terrorists involved. In an ambush on Saturday, terrorists attacked the convoy of an Indian Air Force detachment in Poonch district. In the ensuing gunfight, the air warriors fought back by returning fire. In the process, 5 IAF personnel received bullet injuries and were evacuated to the nearest military hospital. 1 air warrior succumbed to his injuries later, the Air Force said in a statement.
जैसे ही लोकसभा के इलेक्शन या और कोई इलेक्शन आते हैं तो टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटी जो है वो तेज हो जाती है क्योंकि पाकिस्तान नहीं चाहता कि यहां पे किसी तरीके की इलेक्शन हो और लोगों को ये लगे कि नॉर्मलसी आ गई है और इसीलिए अभी पीछे हाल ही में आपने देखा कि डूडू बसंतगढ़ में जो थे कुछ जो टेररिस्ट छिपे हुए थे उनका एक टाकरा हुआ वीडीसी मेंबर्स के साथ में जिसमें एक वीडीजी मेंबर जो हमारा है विलेज डिफेंस गार्ड मेंबर वीरगति पाई और उसी के जो है उसी के पीछे जो सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज उस टुकड़ी जो टेररिस्ट वगैरह हैं उनके पीछे लगे हुए हैं.
Meanwhile, a political row has sparked over the terrorist attack. Leaders of Congress and RJD called the incident pre-planned and stunt to help the ruling BJP win. Hitting back at comments by former Punjab CM Charanjit Singh Channi and RJD's Tej Pratap Yadav, BJP said such poor statements reflect their mentality. Demanding an apology from the top brass of the opposition party, BJP questioned how low Congress could stoop for winning elections.
वही बात तेजस्वी बोल रहे हैं. ये लोग आतंकवादियों के साथ समझौता करते हैं, पीएफआई के खिलाफ कार्रवाई नहीं करते क्योंकि उनको वोट बैंक चाहिए. इतने हताश हो गए. कृपया करके जवान शहीद होते हैं, जिसने किया है उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी, वो खत्म होगा, लेकिन कृपया करके शहादत का मजाक मत बनाइए.
There has been growing unrest in POK over heavy deployment of security forces by Pakistan against what activists say is aimed to suppress the planned 11th May protest in the region. A report.
Protests have erupted in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir over the recent deployment of security forces in the region against what locals and activists blame is to crack down on their planned demonstrations on 11th of May. Exiled activist Amjad Ayub Mirza blamed in the garb of protection for Chinese-built projects. The POK authorities have requested the deployment to suppress protesters who want to raise voice against soaring inflation, unfair taxes, and wheat crisis.
People have not received their wages, pensions haven't been paid. So now, in order to sabotage this 11th May general strike and long march and sit-in, Pakistan has asked the Prime Minister, the puppet Prime Minister of Pakistani occupied Jammu Kashmir, to issue a request so that Punjab Police and FC can be sent into POJK.
Activists accuse Pakistan falsely claims to have granted autonomy to POK, where elected officials have no say in policy making. They say an assertive international intervention is the only way the hapless people can be saved from imminent doom.
Criticizing the mistreatment by authorities in Pakistan and Iran, Afghanistan migrants who have been forcibly deported from the two countries have called for international attention to their plight. The refugees allege that they were beaten by the Iranian government forces, whereas those in Pakistan expressed concern about increasing challenges they face. The Taliban's consul in Karachi has urged Pakistani authorities to provide Afghan migrants with additional time to return. According to data, around 2,800 Afghan migrants have returned from Iran, both voluntarily and forcibly, on 1st of May. Iran and Pakistan host around 7.7 million Afghan citizens, approximately 1.6 million of whom have been deported to Afghanistan since 2021. Hundreds of students on Sunday expressed solidarity with Palestine as they burned effigy of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in a protest against Tel Aviv's actions on the Gaza Strip. The students of Dhaka University also condemned recent police arrests and raids at universities in the US, where pro-Palestinian demonstrators set up camps on dozens of campuses, calling for a ceasefire in the Israeli war on Gaza. So far, in the 7-month assault since the attack by militant organization Hamas, more than 34,600 have been killed, while hundreds others have been displaced. Tel Aviv, which is likely to launch ground assault in Rafah in coming days, has said they are willing to pause fighting in Gaza in order to secure the release of hostages still being held by Hamas, but it would not end it because this will keep the Palestinian Islamist group in power. Japan's Foreign Minister Yoko Kamikawa this past weekend visited the South Asian countries of Sri Lanka and Nepal to boost ties. In Colombo, after a meeting with President Ranil Wickremesinghe on Saturday, both the sides agreed to resume work on stalled bilateral projects, including a $1.5 billion Japanese-funded light railway. This comes as Sri Lanka is working to restructure its foreign debt as part of a $2.9 billion IMF bailout. Japan is Sri Lanka's biggest bilateral lender after China. India is the third key creditor. Meanwhile, in Kathmandu, Kamikawa toured sacred UNESCO sites before meeting Nepal's top leadership, during which she brought up the changing geopolitics of Asia while assuring Japanese support. Kamikawa is the fourth Japanese foreign minister to visit Nepal since the two countries established diplomatic relations in 1956. The authorities in India's Jammu and Kashmir have decided to restore the iconic 8th century Martand Sun temple in Anantnag district to preserve the cultural and religious heritage of Kashmir. Protected by the Archaeological Survey of India, it stands tall as the oldest Sun temple in India. It still makes for an impressive sight with the formidable grey walls standing stark against the blue sky. Some of the walls bear clear carvings of the deities, and the beauty and symmetry of the temple are still amply evident. The restoration move is drawing appreciation from locals and tourists who have shown a renewed interest in visiting the site.
एटलीस्ट हमारी जो हिस्ट्री की अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वो और डीप हो और पीछे तक जाए और हमें पता चले कि जो हमें पता है उससे भी कई ज़्यादा हमारे देश में सुंदर चीज़ें हैं और हमें उन पर गर्व होना चाहिए, इस तरह की चीज़ें हैं। तो ये अच्छा एफर्ट है।
बहुत खुश है क्योंकि जब ये यहाँ पर ये रिनोवेशन यहाँ पर करेंगे तो यहाँ के लोगों के लिए भी यहाँ पर ये जो टूरिस्ट जो दुकान वाले हैं इनका भी यहाँ पर रोजगार मिलेगा, नौजवानों के लिए भी रोजगार मिलेगा, टूरिस्ट जो ये गाड़ियाँ हैं, टूरिस्ट टैक्सियाँ हैं, इनके लिए भी यहाँ पर रोजगार मिलेगा। ये बहुत खुशकिस्मती की बात है।
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.